Welcome back. I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw the Stygimoloch Head from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So yeah, let's get out your pencil and we'll start drawing. I'm using my Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil and an eraser. So let's put a basic outline for the head. We want to have one circle like so for the hard part of the skull. We'll curve it like so. So put that in. Then we'll take a line down here. We're going to have the front of the beak right here, which is the mouth area. So this is just the outline we want to. Doesn't matter if we get too messy with it, because it's not finalized. Also remember not to press too hard on your pencil when doing the outline, because then it'll be harder to erase. So I'm going to have the eye right about there. Have the jaw like so. I'm gonna have one spike here, one spike there, one here. It's got a lot of spikes on the back of his head. Stygimoloch sure is a cute dinosaur, even though it has so many spikes. And we'll have part of the neck right here. So yeah, that is our basic outline for Stygimoloch. Now we'll start putting in some more refinement. So the first thing I want to do is get the mouth all drawn. Let's erase some of the sloppy lines we no longer need. Maybe make that mouth a little shorter. It's got like a soft beak, it's not really pointed. Sort of curved off, like so. So I'm going to erase this line that we no longer need. And also put in these refinement lines. I apologize for the noise in the background, by the way. That's the air conditioner that just turned on. It's kind of loud. I noticed it was kind of annoying in the last video. I really need to change rooms where I'm doing my videos. So that looks pretty good for the top part of the mouth. Now we'll work on the bottom, which is actually a little shorter. See, the top one overlaps. Like so. So you want to put in a lot of shading here for the bottom part of the beak. And I'll also put some refinement lines. It's got like a grain, almost like wood, that goes in this direction. Almost like your fingernails. So that's pretty good for the mouth. Now let's continue on. It's got a little horn, a nasal horn right up here. Not that large, and it's not really that sharp. So comment below, what was your favorite dinosaur in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? There's a bunch of them. Stygimoloch definitely was a nice dinosaur to see in this movie. Like, I didn't really know about Stygimoloch that much before. I knew like Dracrorex, Pachycephalosaurus, Stegosaurus, which are all from the same family as Stygimoloch, but I may have read its name in a book before, in a dinosaur book. But I'm really excited that we get to draw it today. So yeah, the nose is right about here. It's like an upside down teardrop. I want to put a little bit of refinement around the nose, give it some more texture. So yeah, also the mouth continues a little bit more than just the beak. I want to put a little bit of refinement here. Well, not really refinement, more like shading. So yeah, let's put in the rest of these little spikes. It's got like 3 rows. They're almost more like little diamond studs. They're not really that spiky. They look more like pebbles laying on top of the head of the Stygimoloch. Also, since the movie just came out, I know a lot of you haven't seen it yet, so I don't want people to put too many spoilers in the comments below for those who haven't seen the movie. It's got a little bit of a pattern here, Stygimoloch, so we'll put that in. Since we're not coloring it in, we're just going to make it like a darker shade. So yeah, instead of making a line at the end, right here, we're just going to make it sort of curve off, like so. So each of these little pieces of armor is going to have a little bit of shading. And we want the top of the head to sort of have a roundish shape to it. So we'll emphasize that with making our pencil lines curved, like so. So that's pretty good for that area. Right now, because I don't want to smudge too much, I can already see I'm smudging with my hand. We're gonna work on this dome type shaped head butter the Stygimoloch is armed with. It's almost like a little helmet. So we're gonna put that in. This even though it looks like it would be easy to draw, is actually one of the hardest parts of drawing Stygimoloch. Is to get the shape just right. It's quite difficult. And also where to position it on the head without making the Stygimoloch look kind of weird. So yeah, for this one we're gonna make our pencils all point toward the top here. So wherever you're making the lines, make sure that they're pointing to the top. So I'm going to try and stick to my mechanical pencil. It's so tempting to use my shading pencils right now, but I know a lot of you are not equipped with shading pencils. So I'll try and demonstrate how to draw the Stygimoloch with just my mechanical pencil and see how good it can turn out. So also you can have a few lines coming down from the top here, like so. I don't want to get too trapped by the head, because I want to move on to the rest of I don't want to get too focused on the dome. I want to move on to the eye and face. But yeah, that looks pretty good for our dome. If you have one of these, there's like these white smudger things. I don't have one, but I sort of made my own. I just rolled up a piece of drawing paper and then duct taped it together. And I need to get some. But yeah, this is like a smudging tool. You can use your hand or your finger. It works almost as good. This one's just a little easier, so I don't have to mess up my fingers. I don't want to get graphite all over them. So I'm going to be using that today. So yeah, I think we've spent enough time on the dome head. Actually, we're gonna put in the spike. Why not? It's right there. So we're gonna put that spike in, which will be poking out from the other side. Yeah, now I want to focus on the eye area on the Stygimoloch. It's got a really large eye. On one line there. Let me just erase this area so it's clearer. See, I pressed this line down quite low, And that's what happens if when you press too hard with your pencil. It's really, really difficult to erase. So you never want to do that when you're making an outline. So I want to have the eye sort of curve up like so from this line and curve down. It's got quite a large eye. The eye also is kind of tricky to draw. You want to have one little circle there, which will be for the light glinting off the eye to make it look realistic. And the pupil is quite large. You want to have it almost touching the ends of the eye. I'll have some shading in this area. Yeah, so the pupil is pretty dark. So we're going to press our pencil a little harder onto the paper for the eye. So you want to keep that little white circle there. Do not color inside it. See, that makes the eye have a more realistic look. It makes it look, like my mom says, it makes it look like it has life in it once you have the little glint there. So you want to have one wrinkle there for representing the eyelid. And also it's got another wrinkle there. A circular curve I'm going to put in. So yeah, be sure to add in some wrinkles. It's got like a, since it's a dinosaur, it's got a really reptile look to it. So you want to, reptiles have really wrinkly skin. So it's okay to put wrinkles for the Stygimoloch. So yeah, all along this this almost like a half moon type thing around the eye, there are the little armored studs will be present. Actually, this line continues from the front of the head to the eye ridge. They really look like pebbles that were lined up along the head. So also we want to put a sort of a base for the dome here. We want to make it look like it's really stuck to the head, not like it's a cap. So you might want to put a little bit of shading on these pieces of armor, but it's not that crucial. Also, I'm going to now shade in these little stripes it has. Like so. And also we're going to put in the little studs that continue along. So let me erase that area. So also guys, I know a lot of you are wanting me to draw this. I'm going to do it sometime. But I really want to draw the Carnotaurus versus the Sinoceratops. Like that's the dinosaur battle that would be really cool to draw. And I want to come up with my own poses, I think, for the two dinosaurs fighting each other. Just amazing the variety of dinosaurs that are in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It gives me so many things to draw. So we're going to put a lot of shading in this area. Also maybe want to put a little bit more shading around the nostril here. Shading is what gives drawing its three-dimensional look. Even though smudging is annoying, it's also helpful. Always can give the dinosaur like more color, I guess. So it gives it a darker shade than the white paper behind it. So that makes it look more realistic. So yeah, now I want to work a little bit more on the bottom jaw. It sort of curves like so. Yeah, it's got like a nice soft curve. Stygimoloch looks like it would be a nice pet. As long as you could train it. The horns might not be. The horns could be a little potentially dangerous to humans. I'm reading Jurassic Park right now for the first time. I didn't know that the engine was actually planning to sell dinosaurs as pets to people. Like, the book is so much more complex than the movie. I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot. Like, some friends of mine told me that the book is not as good as the movie, but I actually like the book a lot. It gives a lot more scientific stuff, I guess. So yeah, right now we're putting shading on the bottom jaw. Let's see, the camera's capturing it all. Yes, that's good. The neck will start right about here. I'm not sure if we should make this part of the bottom jaw a little larger. I feel like we should. So I apologize, guys, for getting this line wrong. I'm just gonna have to erase it. Now we can put in the shading lines, like so. I'm gonna get my smudger out to help out with the work. I'm sure some of you actually have the actual smudging tool. I need to buy one soon for my other drawings. See, it's also got a little bit of more patterns here. Put those in. I'm also planning on doing some drawings from Jurassic World Alive. It's quite a fun game. It's a lot different than Jurassic World, the game. But yeah, the dinosaurs look really realistic. So they look like they would almost be more fun to draw than the ones from Jurassic World, the game. But that doesn't mean I will stop drawing dinosaurs from Jurassic World, the game, because that's how my channel started, with Jurassic World, the game. So please comment below what dinosaurs from Jurassic World Alive you'd like me to draw. I think I'm definitely going to start with the Majungasaurus, which is like tradition, because that was the first dinosaur I drew from Jurassic World, the game. It's actually the first dinosaur I collected in Jurassic World Alive. So yeah, that looks pretty good for the face. Now I want to focus on the spikes. So the first spike is right about here. I apologize for the lawn mowing. Now the air conditioner turned off, but the lawnmower started up. Maybe I picked the wrong time of day to do a YouTube tutorial. Okay, so we're gonna put this spike in, like so. I also want to give this some shape to it. It's got the second spike right about here. So we sort of want to have them connect into the head. want to have like a subtle connection. Just gonna have one more right about here. Actually, I didn't see this, but it's got some more of these studs in this area. I wonder where the ear is. The ear must be behind the spikes. Yes, it's got one larger spike. It's going to protrude from the back of the head. And it's got a bunch more right behind it. So yes, we're going to put in this large one, which looks like it's the largest one, at least in this drawing, from this angle. So I want to put some shading around that one. Of course, we want to erase the lines we no longer need. I might actually erase the spikes I put in the outline. It's amazing how much I change from when I start with the outline. So you got that spike in. Now we're gonna have to put in two more. Got another one coming from the other side of the head. Just gonna have one more. Right about here. So I think that's it for our spikes. Now our Stygimoloch is really taking some shape. So now all we have to really do is the neck, which won't be too hard. Maybe put a few veins along here. Yeah, but I don't want to focus too much on the neck because this video is titled How to Draw a Stygimoloch Head. I might do a full body tutorial of Stygimoloch. I just found a nice reference image with the head, so I decided to draw the head first. Which I'm glad. It's nice to get an up close look on the Stygimoloch's armored face. So now I'm adding some shading to this part of the neck. We could also add scales, but that would take too long. But feel free to do so. I'm trying to keep my tutorials a little shorter. Like this year I've been doing a bunch of like 40-minute tutorials, which I know are too long. Please comment below whether you like the long tutorials, like in one video, or if you'd like the long tutorials to be separated into several videos. I feel like one video is easier for me to do because I can edit it all in one piece. So we got the shading there for the bottom part of the neck. Now maybe just a tiny bit more here. If you want to use the smudger, that'll make it a little quicker for the shading. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Really happy with how our Stygimoloch turned out. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment on what you'd like me to draw next from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And yeah, if you've not already done so, be sure to subscribe so you can be notified when any of my next new videos come up. And also hit that bell notification, which also is helpful. So yeah, all we have to do now to our drawing is sign it. update. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Just gonna erase a little bit here, make our drawing look a little better for when I take the final picture of it for the end of the video. See, at the end of the once I stop this video, you will see a bunch of other videos that I've selected for you guys to also check out for my channel. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks so much for watching.